Hi, I'm Charmaine. Welcome to the Love of Self podcast, where we delve into the emotional aspects of finding love for self. Today's topic is stupidity. I find it quite ironic that we can learn so much from the stupid things that we do. And the continued irony is how those very things can be some of the greatest lessons in life. Essentially, our stupid moments becoming the things that bring us to our intelligence. When I was thinking about stupidity and what it really means, I personally gather that stupidity can sometimes not necessarily be the lack of knowledge, but it's the not wanting to gain knowledge. Sometimes our stupid moments can be in the space where we're doing what feels good in the moment. We know there are consequences to that doing, but we still do it anyway because it feels good or it looks good or it gives us something within the moment that we know that we could later regret. We know it could potentially hurt someone. We know that it can end up being a negative outcome for us. But in that moment, we do it anyway because we get some sort of instant satisfaction or gratification from whatever this short-term decision is to make. The funny thing about that is it only feels stupid or seems stupid when we either get caught up or when we get backlash or when we eventually have regrets over the decision that we tried to make that felt so good in the first place, or that seemed so easy in the first place, or whatever gave us our short-lived gratification. And then the feeling stupidity sets in when the reality hits of that decision, of what we didn't care to know before comes to the forefront in the end. And that's when the light bulb goes off. That's when the substance of what we did not want to know comes to our reality, and we now have to face whatever that is. And the interesting thing is that lesson, that light bulb moment of whatever stupid thing that we did before, that realization helps us come to our learning lesson that for some reason, maybe subconsciously, we did in the first place because there's something to learn there. There's something to gain there. There's something to gravitate to within the essence of knowing essentially what we did not know before. Our stupid decisions that helped keep us in a place of a stupor of satisfaction now has shown its ugly head of reality. And once it does that, we have to make our move forward. How we now learn what is now coming to the forefront, that is now being exposed, that is now in the limelight of our consciousness and reality, and what we have to deal with in this very space and time. And how we respond to that is what helps us gain our intelligence or helps us to continue into our stupid preservations. We can now easily see what we refused to see before. We can now be forced to learn what we did not care to access the knowledge before. And for whatever reason, subconscious or not, our stupid actions, our stupid thinking, our stupid words, whatever stupid mentality or interactions that we decided to engage in, has us in an inevitable state of learning. Maybe we made this stupid action because we knew we needed to learn something later. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, what are we going to do about it now? What are we going to see? What are we going to learn? What are we going to know? Can we help ourselves elevate from this moment in time, from this point in access of the truth that we did not want to face, that probably feels bad, that probably hurts or hurt someone else, that probably blinded us, and now we're forced to see. But it's also an opportunity to learn something. Once we come to our realization of the stupidity that we create, before, where our will was to not know or understand, and to the point now where we're forced to, because there's too much reality coming to the forefront. And we ask ourselves, what is the way forward? What is the way to knowledge? What is the way to intelligence? What is the way to seeing ourselves in a better place? And then doing whatever actions that are best in our forward movement. What can we gather based on what felt good, and bringing that to the forefront of what is good, of what is needed, of what is necessary, of what is justified action and movement? What are the things that we will gain from our stupid mistakes? Once we come to realize the intelligent awareness of what that hard-hitting fact brings us, and how we go about making things better, how we go about seeing all sides of all who is affected. How do we move forward when we're forced to clear up the muck of stupidity that felt so good before, that felt so easy before, that felt so satisfying, momentarily, of course, to a place where we bring in the work for true satisfaction, for true understanding, for the truth and knowledge of what really is, and not just what we want it to be. What is the sacrifice of knowing as opposed to the ease of not? I'd like to thank you for taking these few moments to listen to what I have to say. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. So I'd like to ask you, what do you think about stupidity in general? What have you learned from stupidity? What have you lost from stupidity? And what have you gained from knowledge? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment or email theloveofselfpodcast@gmail.com. Please remember, I am not a therapist. Also, my new book is out, Love Yourself, a book of poetry and spiritual writings for self-love. It's available now on bookbaby.com. Purchase link is in my Instagram bio. I wish you all peace, love, and joy, always. Until next time.